Welcome back to more Caves of Cud. I've been excited to play more of this. It's been a lot of fun so far, and the character is doing pretty okay at the moment. Just to remind ourselves, we're playing a randomly mutating Marauder. We currently have 3 limbs, quills, the ability to shoot ice, we can see in the dark. What else do we have? Oh, we also have a stinger. So that's been pretty fun. I need to remember to use the quill fling ability that we have a bit more in this episode. And at the moment, we're currently starting off in Joppa, which is where we began at the beginning of the game. But we've picked up a new quest from Argive to head to Gritgate, which is described as still erect is the superior half of the colossal gate inscribed with the runes of 100 indecipherable tongues. Beneath its chrome palings, a wide passage opens into the jungle loam. Surrounding this are a bunch of ruins, so there's an old city here from before. Here crumble the mysterious Eater's vine-swathed work, spun on the Cyclopean lathe in ageless past. Chrome steeples and parapets that rise above the clutches of shale into the labyrinths beneath them. So the Eaters are those that came before, that built all of the structures that exist in the ruins that lie below Cud. A thing to bear in mind is it's been so much time that a lot of the secrets of Cud have been buried underneath the ground, and that's where the real treasures lie. But we're not ready to go delving deep yet. We still have some work to do. So let us begin. We're going to travel northeast over the land. Now, we could try and break through, and we either basically go due northeast over the desert canyons, which can be quite dangerous. You can get trapped in canyons with no way out and surrounded by enemies, or we could go around through the salt marsh, and there's a thinner area of canyons here to move through. But I think our Marauder is the kind of person who would just take a direct route to their target, so we're going to head straight through the canyons. Now, we'll travel across the overworld. Every time we move a space, there is a chance that we could get lost or we could encounter something. If that happens, we'll have the opportunity to go into a local map to explore it. But let's start heading northeast. So we pass by some salt marsh. You notice some ruins nearby. Would you like to investigate? Yes. Let's have a quick look at these ruins and see what is here. If it's looking dangerous, we'll back out. We've discovered the dodecahedron 19th Tarkovu. You know the location of the dodecahedron 19th Tarkovu on the location ruins section of your journal. Okay, so we've arrived in these ruins. Now we just dumped onto the map, so we are currently surrounded by shale and brinestock walls. Here are several stripped trunks of cellar brinestock bonded with mud. Next to us is a arc sconce, which is a light source. What else do we have here? These are like tables, 2 tables, and a dogthorn tree. I think dogthorns, can they hurt you? A tangled nest of roots spill through the earth. The bark is split into pointy spines. The leaves are greasy and stinking. I don't know if I want to get too close to dogthorn. Oh, there's something there. What's with this wall? This is a graffitied shale. Clay and quartz were drilled and smashed. The graffiti scrolled across the surface. It reads, "We have nowhere to go. Something it gave it." Interesting. Oh, and there is just a normal snapjaw scavenger. A normal snapjaw scavenger with a steel hand axe, which is actually an upgrade. So we'll kill him, and we'll grab that. He's also wearing crocossins, but I think we have we have leather boots with cleats. They are better. But we will definitely equip this in our Haifa to replace the steel Vine Reaper. Actually, a hand wrap. We'll need to check that. We'll get this. I'm not sure if a hand axe is as good as the Vine Reaper. I went the wrong way there. Whoops. We need to inventory in this way. So we currently have a steel bite 1d3 plus 1, and we have the Haifa, which is 1d3 plus 1. So we will not replace that. We've got, is that a dog? Yeah, there's a dog here, and there is a whole bunch of snapjaws, but they're really not a threat to us right now. That brute, however, we will deal with by charging. So we'll use 1 to charge him. What happened there? Oh, we cleaved him. So that big blue explosion was us cleaving the snapjaw, which is just the graphical effect for that. Was he equipped with anything special? Just a 2-handed sword. He'll die pretty quickly now that we've cleaved him. There we go, he's down. Let's just check if there was anything down here. So, ruins are quite dangerous. I just accidentally picked up the snapjaw corpses. Someone did tell me about the option to stop that from happening. I need to set that. I haven't done that yet. Thank you for telling me about that. I will go into the options as soon as I finish this recording and fix that. Where are those corpses? Did I pass them? I'm quite aware of that we are carrying a lot of stuff. Why can't I find it? Snapjaw corpse. There we go. We'll drop this. Did not mean to pick that up. Okay. Let's finish exploring here. There's a bookshelf. Okay. Bookshelves are quite interesting. There's a lot of stuff we can find in these. So let's, a large enough scale to shunt. Let's have a look at this. Wow. Okay. There's a lot of text here. I'm not going to read this out, but it's on screen if you want to pause and have a look through it. Could be important. It could not be. But we'll pick it up because they're usually worth quite a bit of money, books. There is a 2-handed sword, snapjaw corpse, iron longsword, wooden buckler. I'm not going to pick any of that up. Bronze 200 sword, snapjaw corpse. Nothing there that I want. What is that over there? That is a jilted lover. Jilted lovers will grab you and choke you out, so we will blast that with our freezing ray so it doesn't kill us. And we'll keep moving. There's a bed here that we could rest in. There should be some interesting loot in here if it is a proper ruin. Top layer won't be too exciting, but lower layers will be. Pool of salty blood. Nothing there. We'll just keep it up. We've got our first chest. What type of chest is this? Oops. Oh, it's not letting me put the view cursor on the chest, unfortunately. There's a quilted shawl in here, a torch, and a copper nugget. We'll grab the copper nugget. I don't think the quilted shawl is worth very much, but we'll grab it just in case it is. I think it's pretty light. Oh, is that what I think it is? Okay. This is a slumberling. Slumberlings have been the end of a lot of Cave of Cud runs for me. They sleep on the map and are generally nothing to worry about. But if you start fighting or causing too much noise near them, they wake up and they murder everything around them. Think of them as like a doom bear on steroids. You nearly mistake it for a boulder, and then you spot the crease in her hide as she draws a slow, hibernative breath. Suddenly you understand the saying among pig farmers, always fear large rocks. So we're going to stay away from the slumberling. We should be okay as long as we keep our distance from it. If it comes after us, we're in big trouble. I doubt we could take a slumberling at this stage, and the game has marked it as a very tough opponent. We'll just explore these ruins. Oh, walked into a jilted lover there, and a beetle bum. We'll just kill the beetle bum. Actually, a giant beetle. We'll just lots of giant beetles. We must have found a beetle nest there, and we'll kill this jilted lover. And oh, that is a thirst thistle. I don't think I've come across this before. Triangular leaves pant and salt-sucked air, and the flowerhead angles its sharp thistles to thirsty attention. I have a feeling that this is not something I want to tangle with, so we're going to freezing ray it. 175 XP, that tells me that it was a pretty nasty enemy. There's another one. Ah, the moisture is sucked out of your throat. You take a sip of fresh water from your water skin. So this is an enemy that kills you by making you thirsty. And every turn that I stand here, it's going to keep making me thirsty. So we will charge it and kill it. Okay, we have in our hands a very, very dangerous plant here in this ruin. Up here at the top where we have a 255. This is how much water we are carrying. If you keep an eye on that when we're encountering these things, you'll see that is going down. Oops, I didn't mean to press that button. Let's keep exploring this area, see what else there's here. We're obviously having to drink a lot of water to refill our thirst. We're actually getting hungry as well, but we are currently quenched. So this is how thirsty we are, this is how hungry we are. It is probably worth us stopping soon to cook something, but let's keep exploring. I'm keen to find, there you go, there's a young ivory. We'll kill that. Keen to find some loot in this ruin. Okay. Let me see if I can poke my head out and show you what I've seen. That is a gun turret. It's a musket turret, which isn't too concerning, but sometimes you walk into minigun turrets in these ruins. I'd actually forgotten about them until I saw the icon. Sometimes a minigun turret will kill you before you even know you've encountered it. Especially if you're engaged in a fight and you wander into its range and it gets a chance to shoot at you. It can make something like 20 attacks, or at least to be able to make something like 20 attacks a turn. It's surrounded by a fence here, which means I might not be able to get at it. I want to see if I can charge it, because killing them is worth a lot of XP. I need to charge at least 2 spaces. Let's try and freezing ray it then. It hasn't spotted us yet. Okay, we managed to kill it. 375 XP for killing that thing. There is another one. That might be something. That is a rifle turret. Okay. What we're going to do is back out here. I'm going to wait until our freezing ray has cooled down. And we're going to freezing ray that rifle turret, because we might be able to get a futuristic rifle from it. Okay, we didn't kill it. Can I get to it? I can. Let's charge it. We actually ended up hitting the fence. It just shot us for 7 damage. You cleave through the rifle's armor, and we killed it. Cool. Okay, what's on the ground here? Just lead slugs. Lots of lead slugs. There's nothing else. Nothing. Okay, we didn't manage to get the gun off it. We get the lead slugs, so we have to be very careful. There are turrets now in the area. What is that over there? It's a big part of Cud. Is like, what's that? A blood-stained ogre ape heart. A 4-shapered slab of wet and raw tissue slumps under its own sopping weight. Well, we could probably eat that if we wanted to pick it up. Bedrolls here. Something bad happened in this room. There's a lot of dead things. Ogre ape corpse, ogre ape corpse. Okay, I'm wondering if this jilted lover killed all these apes. There's a lot of dead. Ogre fur hat. Oh, spiked ogre fur gloves might be useful. Let's check those out. So we're currently wearing, what's our glove situation? Worn on hands is engraved boarskin gloves. Let's compare them to the spike. Oh, the spiked ogre fur gloves have a huge increase in armor, loss in dodge value, but we're pushing ourselves up in armor. Just to remind you, the blue icon is our armor. This is dodge. The -3 dodge is actually pretty nasty. Let's inspect these. Coarse fur is cut from the thickest parts of an ogre ape into wide-figured gloves. The giant knuckles sawed to points to stick through. Gross. +10 heat resistance, +10 cold resistance, +1 toughness. That's nice. That's a stat boost. Spiked. Unarmed attacks performed while this is item equipped cause bleeding. -100 reputation with apes. I'm not sure I actually like these. The +1 toughness is nice, but I think I want to stick with my ogre skin gloves. I don't like the -3 to my ability to move. There's an ogre ape pelt here. I can't pick that up. I actually butchered the apes. Okay, we're using our butchery skill to butcher them into items we can sell. Let's head back up this way and see what else there is in this place. What a weird ruin. I wonder what killed all those apes. Oh, what are you? I didn't notice you. Oh, it's a Dockthorn tree. No, that's not a Dockthorn tree. What is that? Lover's Blossom. The heart of the jilted lover burns under embered petals, pinched to anguish in citrine anthers and laid a looking bell of sepal jade. I don't think this is an aim. I think I can pick this up. Yes, I can take it. And what does it do? This is the fascinating thing about this game, is what do things do? Look, doesn't say anything. Show effects. No active effects. So I can eat it, and it will do something. I don't know what it will do. I have no idea what a Lover's Blossom does. There's another fence here. We could have another turret in our hand. Doesn't look like it. Let's keep exploring. There's a dog. Is that an arclight sconce? An arc sconce, yeah. So this is a well-lit area. There's all this area over here. There should be a staircase down somewhere in this ruin as well. Oh, there's a mysterious artifact there. It's a chair. Oh, I'm actually going to shoot this with a freezing ray. Pick that up. It's a set of strange tubes. It is a folding chair, but we don't understand the concept of a folding chair. So as far as we know, it is a set of strange tubes. Doesn't there's a lot else going on here. There's a doorway here. Another bookshelf. Chain adorned by beads, number 1. You and some of the slashing archaeology, dismantling it plate by plate, pursued by the complete loss of hair on our cheeks. These books are all made of actually written texts that have been scrambled in the game, which is really interesting. We're going to grab that as well because they're worth money when we get to the 5-day stilt. 7-day stilt, sorry. And I don't think we can find a down staircase here. We'll just check over this way. I didn't finish checking this side. But it's looking unlikely that we've got a down staircase. I think that's the whole... And let me just press the... Walk to the nearest staircase down. There are no staircase leading down here. Okay. There probably is one, but I don't want to dig through walls to find it right now. Let's head back to the world map, and let's keep heading on to Grit Gate. You pass by some desert canyons. We're not going to stop at the arc. We're going to keep going. We're in the flower fields now. Drinking quite a lot of water, but we're fine. And we've now arrived at Grit Gate, which is a pretty good achievement. You've finished the step travel to Grit Rate of the quest at Canticle for Barathrum. You've gained 500 XP. Okay, we've arrived at Grit Gate. Now that doesn't mean our trials are over by a long shot. This is a dangerous area. There's a giant amoeba over here. We're going to have to take that out. There's also a giant crab down here. Is it a normal crab? It's an eyeless crab. Let's freezing ray that crab. I think we hit it. No, we missed it. We'll charge it in a second, and that will get us a free cleave on it, which we need. Okay, there is a robot over here. So if we look here, there's a way droid. Now, it is neutral to us. As long as we don't bother it, it's not going to bother us, but it is equipped with shock weapons. A cylinder with a sensor array floats in magnetic suspension and emits a choppy hum. One long articulated arm dangles beneath it, and sparks fly from its electrical core. So it's just basically, it's supposed to be a repair droid, but it's actually not. There's also, I think this is quite a scary enemy. Yeah, Quillipede. This is basically the same thing as us. It has quills. In fact, that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to shoot quills out of us. That did quite a lot of damage. We're going to do that again. That killed the amoeba, but it hasn't killed the crab yet. Let's kill the crab. That's done. Let's, I'm going to shoot, I'm going to shoot a steel arrow at the Quillipede, and I'm going to shoot another steel arrow at the Quillipede, and now it's coming to combat with us. I'm going to dismember it. Took 1 damage from bleeding. We chop off its right hind leg. Okay. We'll just keep hitting it. I think we're okay. Health is good. Quillipedes can be very dangerous if you get attacked by a whole ton of them. You can see it's taking quite a lot to kill it. And it's hitting us with its Quillipedes when we're actually hitting it as well. But it's not really getting through our armor. And we have killed it. Nothing really to grab there or there. Oh, what are you? Are you a spark bug? This is a spark tick. Okay. These are also quite dangerous. It essentially pops crackle and pop off moontime, and its 6 legs flare with a spark light. The bug carooms from spot to spot, galvanized by raw biocurrent. So this thing fires an electrical arc when it attacks you. You don't really want to deal with that if you're wearing a lot of metal armor. Is the bear and the arc droid fighting? This is a hostile bear. No, the bear is fighting us. So let's charge it. Oh, it's too close to charge. Okay, we will wait till it gets close and we'll sting it. So let's hit it with the stinger on 5. And then we're going to just hack it up, I think. The Waydroid's also fighting it. And we've leveled up to level 10, which is excellent. Getting 94 skill points and a mutation point. And it's time to cook a meal, which we're going to do here. So let's quickly check our stats. We're leveling up pretty quickly, which I like. So we're currently sitting on 246 skill points. I want to wait until we have more. We need 300 skill points to unlock Dual Wield, which is the next thing I want to grab. And we're going to hold on to the mutation point as well, because I don't think there's anything I can level up right now. We need... cost 1 mutation. Okay, so I can level some stuff up. The other option is we no longer have access to the first part of our... random upgrades, so now we need to buy mutations. Buying a new mutation will cost 4 mutation points. I think I'm going to save up for a new mutation next. That means the next mutation after that will be random, which will be pretty good fun. We've got another Arctic heading towards us. I've got 9 turns left on freezing ray. I'm going to try shooting at it. We managed to kill it. Good. I don't want to mess with that. We do not want to anger these Waydroids. We want to keep them on our side. They are friends, not enemies. Let's head inside the ruins. This is an access door here. You need a red key to get through it, but this rune is destroyed, so we can just walk past it. Let's just ignore the droids and hope they ignore us. There's a quillipede there. We'll charge it. We will dismember it. We will sting it. And then we'll just keep hitting it until it dies. Quillipedes are pretty tough. We have to be very careful about using our quills here, because there's a chance if we do that, we may hit an arc droid and it will attack us and go hostile. And if one goes hostile to us, I think pretty much all of them will. There's an ape there. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around here. Let's head downstairs. Let's get on. Oh, okay, this crab wants to kill us. We'll deal with the crab. Freeze it and just beat it up. We are very, 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 very strong at the moment. We'll see how long that lasts for. Okay, there's a lot of enemies here. I think we're okay. I think I can start off with a hit here. Oh, that guy moved away. Interesting. Let's dismember this crab. Okay, he's moved back. I'm going to do a quill fling. We think we should be okay. That killed the millipede. Let's get the crab now. You can see that Waydroid just killed that other millipede. There's a lot of enemies coming for us. We can just kind of stand here and take it, to be honest. That was a spark tick just hit us with an electrical arc. It did no damage to us, I think, which is good. It hit the Waydroid. Are those Waydroids coming for us? No, they're coming for the enemies. Let's get out of the way and let the enemies fight each other. We do need to do something with that bear, though, which we just walked into. Let's sting it. And oof, there's a lot of enemies around us. This is a little bit concerning. I can afford to do a quill fling because there's no Waydroids near us. Wow, quills are really good. That was a lot of damage. Let's do another quill fling. And let's do one more. Okay, that's probably enough. I want to make sure we build up enough clears. Let's get this crab down. If I quill fling too much, I'll drop our armor, and I don't want to do that. Okay, I think the amoeba just killed itself on our quills. It did. The bloody giant amoeba impales itself on your quills and takes 1 damage. So we've killed all of the immediate threats. Let's get that spark tick over there. I'm just going to shoot an arrow at it. And there's amoeba next to us now, and now another spark tick, which just gave off. I really hope that it going off there did not make the Waydroids angry with us. They didn't. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage now. So things are getting a little bit concerning. We're down to 15 hit points. The problem we've got here is that this... we're standing in water, we're standing in slime, and all of these enemies are using shock weapons around us. So I'm going to try and step away, So I'm no longer standing in the water, and then we'll try and kill this spark droid. Down to 9 hit points. I think it's time we took a healing item. We'll start by taking... I've got the option of either eating some witchwood bark, which will heal me a little bit, or we could go hard. Oh, we could use a salve injector. I think I'm going to use a salve injector so that I don't go crazy. So that's going to give us rapid regeneration. And that spark droid was killed by a Waydroid. That one's dead. Is this guy attacking us too? No, he's not. But he's being attacked by the Waydroids. I'm sorry, friend. And we're regenerating hit points. Okay. Right. Remind me that I need to cook a meal when we finish this level. That's another couple of centipedes down. They're really not a problem anymore. There's another spark tick. You can see why I'm a bit wary of these things. That's it, dead with a freezing ray. Waydroid here guarding a chest. I think we're fine to open the chest. It's not going to bother us. We'll grab those shotgun cells. There's a small violet tube here. Let's examine it. It's a blaze injector. Oh, blaze is pretty cool. A slender metal tube used to deliver various tonics directly into the bloodstream. Duration 41 to 50 rounds. Plus 100 heat resistance. You cannot be frozen. Heat damage you deal is increased by 25%. Minus 50 cold resistance and plus 10 quickness, which affects how fast you attack and move. Your temperature cannot be increased by external heat sources. You must move around to avoid combusting and losing the effects of this tonic. This item is a tonic. Applying one tonic on the effects will produce undesired results. You don't want to mix up tonics. We'll grab that. We'll grab the bandage too. And there's also a canteen, which is useful to carry. What else have we got around here? Let's actually take a second to make camp. Okay, there's too many hostiles nearby. Once we clear this level out, we're going to make camp and we're going to cook a legendary meal. In fact, we might need to go back upstairs to do that. Because I did get that inspiration upstairs. So we might just do that right now. I forgot to cook a legendary meal, and I should do that because I am getting hungry. And we could do it with the stat boost. So let's head upstairs, and let's make camp just over here. And then we will interact with the campsite, and we will choose ingredients to cook with. Actually, we'll reserve our exotic foods first. Oh, we don't need to do that. We'll choose ingredients to cook with. Let's use... Let's use some bear jerky, some boar jerky, and some worm jerky and see what we make. You toss some bear jerky, some boar jerky, and some worm jerky to a pot and stir. You eat the meal. You let inspiration guide you towards a mouth-watering dish. So the only option is plus 10 to 50% HP. So first is worm jerky with worm jerky, meat hummus, and couscous. And now we can make that whenever we want to. And that gives plus 14 XP, HP, which isn't bad. All right, let's head back downstairs. We're now sated. And let's keep exploring this level. So we found a yellow security door there. We probably don't need to worry about it. If I have to, I can just jackhammer my way through the door. Oh, there's a slumberling behind it. We're definitely not going that way. We are not messing with a slumberling. They are way too dangerous for us to deal with. Let's keep moving. Lots of more... Okay, we've got another chameleon. You can see why I don't want to mess with the waydroids. They are everywhere. Let's just let the waydroids deal with that. Oh, something's shooting at us. You collide with some fulcrete. You step on the slime. I'm pretty sure something shot at us there. It's a gun pig. It's dead now. We'll try and kill this guy too. Yeah. Get this centipede. There's the stairs down. We're just... Wow, there's so many enemies in this level. Let's just let the waydroids fight all of that. The experience we're going to get from them is pretty negligible. And I just want to see if there's any treasures around that are easy to grab before we head further down into Gregate. Okay. That is not an Arctic. That is an electrofuge. Gossamer hair stands stiff as static charge across its octet of spindle legs and it crackles as it claws. So it's an electric spider and it can discharge. I don't want to deal with that. There's another quillipede. It is actually coming for us. I thought that waydroid would get it. Let's dismember it and then we'll just beat it up. What do we dismember from it? Looks like we didn't actually get a correct dismember, but it's okay. I'm really happy we have not angered the quillipedes. And I think that's everything really that's worth going through here. Oh, is there a data disk there? No, it's just some stuff. Oh, we slipped on the oily salt. We take the manufactured microchip, and let's head downstairs. So that's level 1 of Gate cleared, mostly. Okay, let's kill this amoeba. And we're on level 2. Stuff is coming for us as usual. Let's get out of the slime and leave the slime behind. I do not like to be slimy while I'm fighting, because you're going to end up slipping all over the place. That centipede also brought slime towards us. And that's it dead. Taking a bit of damage from the shock because we're slimy and we're conducting electricity, which I really think is a very nasty thing to happen. I'm trying to move away from the slime, but I just can't get away from it here. And this Arctic is causing me a lot of problems. I'm trying to move away and hit it, basically. Whoa. I just noticed that there's a Templar Squire here. He just appeared out of nowhere, I think. The Templar Squire equips a weird artifact. The Templar Squire's weird artifact hits the High Sheath Hermit. The Templar Squire hits the High Sheath Hermit with a weird artifact. Times 0 for 0 damage. The weird artifact explodes. So I'm pretty sure... I can't look at what this purple stuff is. Fungicide. So I'm pretty sure this guy here, who is a Templar Squire, wet skin scintillates behind his ears, his spine cameras in anticipation of its blood-fated curvature, and he pokes out his chin in emulation of his elders. Sword grease stains his hand. Wearing steel plate mail, a carbide longsword. Carbide is the next level up from steel. Steel shield, steel boots, and a weird artifact. I'm pretty sure reading the combat log that he equipped a fungicide grenade into his hand and tried to beat the hermit with it, which caused it to explode and give off a fungicidal explosion. Now this guy is going to be a problem. He is wearing extremely good armor, extremely good equipment, and I would like to kill him for the experience, but the way droids may get there first. I also don't really want to fight. Okay, what just happened there? So, the Templar Squire's weird artifact hits the hide-sheath helmet. The Templar Squire hits the hide-sheath helmet with a weird artifact for 0 damage. The weird artifact explodes. That froze everybody. They are frozen right now. Yeah, frozen. So, it's not a grenade. He has an item that causes random effects when he hits people with it. I need to get to a side where I can hit him. He's going to get beaten up by the way droids. I would like to actually attack him. Oh, I think he just died. He just died. Okay. Now the way droids are killing the hermit. Let's let them do that because I want to get that gear. Okay, he is now dead. Let's just wander into the fungicide and have a look at what's on the ground here because there's a lot of stuff. So the steel boots, we'll grab that. The steel plate mail, we'll see if we can carry that. There's a carbide longsword, which we don't have the skills for, but might be worth using anyway. And there's a steel shield. So this is a pretty huge inventory upgrade. We're overburdened right now. So I'm actually going to drop a few things once we've done some equipping. So we got, what do we get? We got steel boots. I'm going to equip those. So these are worth 1 armor. We're going to remove them and replace them with the steel boots, which are worth 2 armor. We're going to drop our wooden buckler. And we're going to replace that with a steel shield. Oh, can we not do that? Wooden buckler, slime stain. Oh, it's because it needs to be in the hand, not on the arm. That's right. Bucklers go on arms. Shields go in the hand. In fact, in that case, we're going to keep this then. We're not going to bother with the shield. We're going to drop the plate mail. It's worth a lot of money, but it's just so much to carry. And I'm also, at the moment, I'm going to drop the shield as well because I want to keep using my weapons. Where is the shield? Here it is, steel shield, we'll drop that. Now the question is, do I want to equip the carbide longsword instead of a steel vine reaper? So we have a look at it. Salt and scars from a comet's tail along the length of the azure blade's edge. Strength bonus cap 4, weapon class long range, increased penetration on critical hits. Does 1d8 damage with 7 armor penetration, which is massive. Like, it's the same as an axe, which swords don't normally have. I think it's worth, honestly, equipping in our Haifa instead of the... oh, when did I pick up a folded carbide longsword? Huh. Okay, I guess we're also going to use... we're going to be using 2 swords for a while. I didn't realize I already had one of these. I must have picked it up last time. A set of 4s, an Omsko, and a steel utility knife. We're not going to pick up any of the hermit stuff. Well, that was an interesting encounter. If there is a Templar Squire down here, there's a good chance that there are other Templars down here too. I don't really know the story behind the Templings. The Novice, oh no. We're encountering all sorts here. The Novice of the Sightless Way to the northwest burrows a channel through the psychic aether and begins to sunder your mind. There is a psychic, there is an Esper down here in this cave, and he is currently mind destroying us. We don't know where he is. We know that he is to the northwest, but he is currently just... There he is. We can see him because he's mind attacked us. Novice of the Sightless Way. A powdery kittle curtains her thin shoulders, whose relative bulk, along with the keenness of her eye, marks her as attentive to this time-place, and so lower rank than her seeker kith. Locked in psychic battle. So she's locked in psychic battle with us, and we need to get to her fast. Now, we could try and shoot her. So she's just zapping us in the mind, continually. We're going to have to ignore this guy. I'm going to try and charge her from here. This is really bad. We have to fight our way past these ticks. If we get to her, we could probably kill her quite quickly. I don't want to shoot at her or use a freezing ray right now, because if I hit that way droid, it's going to make all of them enemies of us. I also don't want to sprint, because that lowers our... Actually, sprinting lowers our dodge. Is that really a problem? I don't think I want to do it just yet. We're going to... Oh, she died. Yeah, take 1 damage from nosebleed, take 1 damage from numbleed. You take 18 damage from the cumulative trauma of the Novice of the Sightless Way's mental assault, as your art beliefs towards a Novice of the Sightless South to the northeast. So luckily for us... Oh my god, we're on 1 hit point. This is what I talk about. I'm not really that great at fighting Espers. That Esper almost killed us. But literally lucky for us, an electrical arc from another Arcnat flew out and hit her. We're going to have to take a healing item here, though. And I think this calls for us. Where is it? To use our salve. No, to use our Ubernostrum injector. No, I think we can take. I think we're okay with a salve. Here, I think we're. We were not okay with the salve. I thought the salve would be enough to heal us. So let's have a look. You feel a soothing tingle in your chest as your wounds close. You heal 6 hit points. Until arc leaps towards you, take 2 damage from the Spark Tick's discharge. The Spark Tick doesn't penetrate your armor. Until arc leaps towards you, take 2 damage from the discharge. The Spark Tick hits 1 times 1 for 1 damage with its arc. The Spark Tick impales itself on your quills. The electrical arc leaps towards you. You take 1 damage from the Spark Tick's electrical discharge. The Spark Tick hits times 1 for 2 damage with the electrical arc. You died. Because we're surrounded by 2 of them, I think they were arcing off each other. Damn it! I was really enjoying Frost. That's Caves of Cud. I don't know what I should have done seeing that Esper, honestly. I think if I'd retreated, it still would have been able to cleave my mind from across the map. I maybe should have just tried to shoot at it with the freezing ray and taken the risk of it angering the way droids if I didn't, because if I was dead anyway if I didn't kill it. But Grit claims another character. I'm surprised we died in Grit, honestly, but it's the first time we dealt with a non-physical enemy. Physical enemies were not a problem for us. As soon as we started to take elemental damage and mental damage, that's when we ran into problems. Okay. So, well, you know what time I played the game at. You were killed by a Spark Tick. You were level 10. You found 1 layer, you received 1 item. The most advanced artifact in your possession was a small spear of negative weight. There is our chronology. We killed Aluhu Afpu, the fearsome snapshot bearbaiter. We invented 2 dishes. Frost's vine withers with chopped meat and worm jerky, and Frost's worm jerky with worm jerky, meat hummus, and couscous. And finally, we were killed by a Spark Tick. The final message is that's just our death. Oh well, that will be the end of this recording. Not the end of this adventure into Cud, though. We're going to spin up a new character for next week and try again, because I want to complete this game. And I think what we're going to do is just keep battering away 1 video a week until we get there. The question is, what are we going to play? There's basically 2 choices that I can see as for the next character. One is we go for a True Kin. True Kins are unmutated humans with pure genomes, and they are able to interface with old cybernetic installation stations hidden around Cud to upgrade their bodies with cybernetics. And the cybernetics you can get in Caves of Cud are insane. We could start out as a Praetorian, which is a sword and shield wielding person, or go for something a little bit different. There is a guy who starts with carbide hand bones, who can punch people so hard they smash into walls and die. That can be quite a fun way to play. The other option is we go for an Esper and build our own mental laser disco person, like the person who killed us today. So let me know in the comments which one you want to go for. F's for Frost. I'm sad that they died so quickly, but that's Cud. That's what happens. And that's what makes roguelikes so much fun. And when you look at them from the standout, yes, that death was very abrupt, and I should have used the Ubernostrum, but I tried to save it, and I probably would have survived if I'd taken it. That's just the way things go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I certainly have. High Fleet is coming, and when Milestone 2 of when Milestone 2 of Xenonauts drops, that's coming too. I will catch you in the next video. Ciao for now. Bye.